Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the Navarro College alma mater under the direction of Associate Director of Bands, Timothy Nutty.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Community National Bank and Trust Stadium on the campus of Corsicana High School. I'm Scott Batts. That's Michael Busby. And we are happy to bring you Navarro College Bulldog football. And it's been a while. It's been a while. We should have to reintroduce ourselves. But the last time we were here, the Bulldogs, with a win over the Blinn Buccaneers, stayed in the race. Let's get you caught up to what's happened. Navarro loses in Athens to the Trinity Valley Community College Cardinals. And then they get, but right now sitting with one loss, half game back at third place in the Southwest Junior College Conference standings. Behind Tyler, Navarro controls their own destiny with a win in Tyler in a week or so, have the opportunity to put themselves back on one of those top two spots to host a playoff game. Michael, how are you, sir?
I'm awesome. I'm glad to be here. You know, it's a beautiful day for some Navarro College football. Even though we've kind of got a forecast for some bad weather, but I hope it holds off. I mean, it's homecoming 2025. Here at Navarro College, hey, I'm ready for some football.
Well, and you just let us into probably where we need to go. We do have some weather in our area. We do have some impending weather coming. So there are some contingency plan. The guys over in the booth next to us are keeping us up to date on what's going on. It is going to be a shortened halftime. All timeouts are going to be a little bit shorter just to try to get the game in. If we do happen to go into a lightning delay, we will certainly keep you up to date on what's going on there. But we are certainly glad that you're joining us. Just kick back and enjoy Navarro College football as we take it down to the stadium for the prayer and our national anthem. Welcome back up here with the booth. As you just heard the sound of Navarro College with the national anthem. And we're just a few minutes away from getting underway. Let's go ahead and introduce you to this Navarro starting lineups. Michael, you want to take the Navarro starting defense? Or no, you're taking the offense.
I'm going to do the offense.
I'm doing the defense. You're doing the offense.
I'm taking the offense because I kind of looked over my report, and the names are a little bit easier
That'll work.
to say. Starting off at offensive lineman, Panay Massima, Quentin McCarty at offensive line, Carlos Beddingcourt also an offensive lineman, Terry Thomas, the offensive lineman from Arlington, Texas, out of James Martin High School, and Xander Horton, offensive lineman, a 6'5" sophomore out of Silsbee, Texas. And on to your skill positions, it's going to be that man, number 3, Micah Simpson at wide receiver out of Greenville, Texas.
Big things are expected out of him today.
Most definitely. Jahari McDonald at wide receiver out of Myers Park, North Carolina. Nakari Ashley at tight end, 6'4" sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia. And at quarterback, your field general, Ryan Shackleton, a 6'1" sophomore out of McKinney, Texas. Israel Alota Judah, a wide receiver from Katy, Texas. And at wearing number 18, also at tight end, is a 6'7" out of Campbell, Hawaii, Mason Mawahu. And running back, Sergio Snyder, the 5'11" freshman out of Arlington, Texas.
All right, taking a look at the defense. The down lineman is Ramon Pernas, number 33, the 6'4" freshman from Tomball. Jason Douglas, number 48, who had a huge game against Blinn a couple of weeks ago from DeSoto. The DeSoto Eagle, the 6'3" freshman. Outside linebacker, Asaya Levels from Ayala, California, the 6'3" sophomore. He will wear number 35 today. Other positions on the Bulldog defense, Adrian Onuyego will be one of the middle linebackers from Rogers, Minnesota, had a big game against Blinn as well. Cole Smith, inside linebacker from McKinney Boyd. From Arlington, from the cornerback, Camaro Mayo from Parkway, Louisiana, and Marjavius Moss, the free safety, 6-foot sophomore from Northwood, Louisiana. So those guys complement each other pretty well. They probably played close to the same division. Let's see. Moving into the other ones, Walker DeHarce, the inside linebacker from San Antonio. And the defensive end, Moses Matabuike from Arlington, the 6'4" sophomore defensive end. Defensive back, J.P. Patterson had a pick in that game against the Blinn Buccaneers. From McKinney Boyd, other corner is Travis Roman, the 6'2" sophomore from Nederland, the Nederland Bulldog. And let's just talk about what we have here. First of all, questionable conditions, a big ball game. Everything kind of culminates to the homecoming, which brings its own set of distractions. A little bit different than in the college game than it is in the high school game, but still, distractions nonetheless sets up a big Saturday afternoon for this Bulldog team.
Well, Scott, today, considering the weather conditions, every coach, every team wants to play that complete game. But today, with the weather conditions, possible rain and thunderstorms, you and I both know if it starts raining, you're going to see a more of a ground game than you are a passing game. So you have got to go ahead right off from the first kickoff to have that complete ball game. You're going to have to get production from all three phases of the ball game today. You're going to have to get it from offense, defense, and your special teams. So, therefore, like I'm saying, you got to have that complete game today.
Put yourself in a defensive coordinator's shoes, which has got to be a nightmare if you're Cisco coming into Corsicana to try to stop Sergio Snyder, Ryan Shackleton, and Micah Simpson. Now, you figure out how to stop those three guys. Just real quick before we kick off.
Well, all I can tell you is that assignment alone, that is not a Wheaties assignment. You got to have you better eat you some grits and get ready
bunch.
and just hope that they stick to your ribs in this situation. But yeah, you've got your work cut out because this is a very talented offense, and at the skill positions, it's a deadly offense.
Very much so, and they're leading the conference, leading the top 5 in the country in a lot of those offensive categories. Points per game, yards per game. Of course, points per game equals those yards per game, and they've done really well with that. A little bit low numbers in that Trinity Valley game, really windy conditions, and we've all been to Athens, and we know what Bruce Field is like. The wind blows nowhere else along Highway 31, but you go into Bruce Field, and the wind's going to be blowing some kind of way different when you walk in there than when you walk out.
It's kind of like that Odessa wind out there at Permian. The wind out there will shift on you at any given moment. But then again, that's good old Texas weather for you. Here in Texas, we've got 2 seasons. We got winter and we got summer.
Absolutely.
And we usually get them both in the same week.
Well, let's get you caught up on the standings. As we mentioned, Tyler with wins over Neo, Nemi, Blinn, Cisco, and then they won the opener against Trinity Valley. They are 5-0. Trinity Valley with that one win over Navarro. Then they defeated Kilgore, Blinn, and they defeated the Cisco team 21-16. They sit at 4-1. Navarro with only 4 conference games so far, with 3 still to play, with Tyler, Cisco, and then Nemi on the schedule. They sit at 3-1 with wins over Neo, with the blowout win over Kilgore, 31-10 win over Blinn, and then the 14-7 loss in their last contest to Trinity Valley. Cisco comes in at 2-3. They defeated Kilgore, and they defeated Nemi. Losses in a shootout to the Tyler Apaches, 37-33. And then they defeated Neo 26-19 and Trinity Valley there. And if you will see, the Navarro College Bulldogs did win the toss. They deferred their option to the second half, so they'll kick off. And we are just just about ready to get underway here in Corsicana. We're glad that you joined us. We're so glad that you're a part of this. Again, thanks to Navarro College for allowing Michael and myself to do this. We are honored to do that, and we greatly appreciate each opportunity we get a chance to bring you some good college football, and we have no intention of not doing that today. So sit back and enjoy. Navarro is in black with black jerseys, red numerals, red helmets, and they will kick it away, and we are underway here with stormy conditions on the way, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Cisco ball 1st and 10 after the 5-yard penalty.
Yes, the Cisco decided to just let that one just fall out of bounds.
And now he throws it. I mean, nothing like delayed reaction, right?
I meant the return team is off the field and the offense is on the field, and he finally decided to throw that flag. I hope his day gets better.
Well, let me certainly hope his reaction time improves, right? So they'll should put it at the 30-yard line. It would have come up to the 25. Or they'll add 5 to where it went out of bounds. It looks like they're going to put it at the 35, so if he sets the ball down. It just seemed to take all my high school games. It seems to take them a while to set the ball down. I don't know why that is. 1st and 10 for Cisco at their own 35-yard line. Just underway here, no time off the clock. And we will get you some of the personnel for Cisco here right away. And the pass is picked off at the 48-yard line, and the Bulldog defense has already spoken. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Bulldogs take over 1st and goal at the 4. And the first pass attempt, and it was number 4. I believe I didn't see the number on the quarter. It is number 14.
That is going to be.
Is it 14? It was hard for me to see the.
That is actually. It looks like number 20. That is Marjavius Moss.
Oh, he had the interception.
He had the interception, yes. And Moss picks that one off. First play of the game for the Bulldogs. They pick up a flag on that pick, but what a way to start the ball game off. Just like I just said earlier, hey, you got to get production from all phases of this ball game today. Defense, offense, and special teams. Defense has already stepped up.
So Navarro flagged for the illegal block during the return. So they'll move it back to the 40-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will start over. And we'll get you the starting quarterback in a minute since they were only on for one play. We'll have to take care of that here shortly. At the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, as it is Shackleton, and he will give it to Sergio Snyder. Snyder hit at the line of scrimmage and will get maybe a couple of yards as he'll fall forward, pushing the momentum toward him a little bit to the 38-yard line, gained a couple.
Yeah, that was a hard 2 yards for Snyder. But if anybody out there on that offense can get you a hard 2 yards, it's going to be Sergio Snyder.
Has had a couple of big games, had the long touchdown against Trinity Valley a few weeks ago. 2nd down and 8, 2 wide receivers to the left, to the right. And they'll send a man in motion, and it is Shackleton drops back for his first pass. And he will throw it to the right side of the formation, and he hits Snyder with it. Snyder breaks a tackle at the 35-yard line, gets near first down yardage. Yeah,
Scott, that's just a compliment right there to Snyder, catching a pass out of the backfield of just how potent he is. He's going to produce whether it's a handoff or a pass. He can catch a pass down the field, out in the flats. And just a great job by Snyder to get this into a 3rd and short.
Well, and I don't think we have to tell the average football watcher how important it is from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 3. There's a whole lot of difference between those in the playbook. 2 receivers to the left on 3rd down and short, and it is Shackleton back to pass, and he will overthrow his receiver. And that was the first target for Micah Simpson on the day. It is incomplete, and the Bulldogs have a decision. Coach Ryan Taylor has an opportunity to go for it here inside the Cisco 40.
Yeah, Simpson and Shackleton weren't on the same page right there. Yes, if they're on the same page, Simpson, with his speed, I think he catches that and easily picks up that first down.
Obviously, they will keep just too far, and they're going to be kicking into a pretty stiff breeze. Well, it's actually doesn't look that stiff now. And they will fake to Snyder and hit as he got rid of, and his helmet comes off, and that will be an immediate stoppage of play But Simpson, there's no stopping Micah Simpson. He just kept going.
That was actually number 7 on that reception. That's Jahari McDonald, the freshman wide receiver, on that reception.
That sure looked like 3. 3 and 7 look alike over there. So when Simpson's going to the far right. They stopped at the 27-yard line. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Personal foul face mask. Okay. The referee is not mic'd with impending weather. They decided not to mic the official. So that will be a first down and deep into Cisco territory. Mark that one at the 18-yard line. First down and 13-yard line. First down and 10. Shackleton give to Snyder. Snyder pushes his way forward. He breaks it outside to the 10. 5 touchdown. Oh, there was a lot of traffic where he was going, so he took the off-ramp. Sergio Snyder with a 13-yard touchdown run.
Just like you just said, there's a lot of traffic on that interstate. He took the off ramp, got on the feeder road, and took that one to the house. Great job by Snyder. Great vision by Snyder. People don't understand exactly what it takes to be a good running back. Definitely got to have vision.
Young man from Arlington, Texas, with the touchdown, and kicker Adrian Zamudio. The lefty, his kick is up, and it is no good. No good. He missed it. So with 13 minutes on the dot, the Bulldogs take advantage of a Cisco interception. A couple of minutes into the ball game, we'll step away here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium, otherwise known as Tiger Field. We'll be back with the kickoff. You are watching Navarro Sports and Navarro College football back after this. At Tiger Field, Community National Bank and Trust Stadium, Navarro strikes first. No, it's not the opening kickoff you're watching. We're 2 minutes in. And this kickoff comes down to the goal line, drop there, picked up at the 2, and trying to find a seam. And he's got one at the 20, still on his feet at the 25. Nice return by Cisco, the Cisco return team. And that will be first and 10, Cisco at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, that was returning that kickoff for Cisco. That was number 82, Caleb Scott Kelly, the freshman wide receiver, well, the free safety wide receiver. But yeah, that was a pretty good return. Hey, actually, to tell you the truth, he wears number 82. Who does that remind you of? What movie does that remind you of?
I don't know.
Varsity Blues, man. He looked just like Charlie Tweeder running around out there, man.
It's been a while since I've seen Varsity Blues. And there's a flag, apparently another flag. I must have missed that as well. I seem to be missing a lot of stuff today. Maybe I'll start to enjoy this ball game once I get to see what's going on, right?
Well, people don't know what goes on behind the scene, how much hard work you do, Scott.
Oh, I appreciate that. First down and 10 is the ball spotted at the 7-yard line. Number 22 on the carry for the Wranglers. 22 is Chris Abram from Crandall, Texas.
Chris Abram, he played high school football with a nephew of mine who now plays at Tulsa. Josh Smith.
Playing well there, too, by the way. Second down and 8.
Who do we have at quarterback?
I'm still trying to see the number.
I think that's going to be number 10, Cutter Stewart.
And it is Abram again, and Abram's going to be gobbled up in the backfield. Look at the pile of Bulldogs getting off the white jersey there.
Well, defensively, the Bulldogs right now are flying to the ball. There's so many people in on that tackle right there. You couldn't even see that white jersey in that crowd of people. Great job by those guys up front on defense.
Loss of 3 back to a 3rd down and 11. So in the first 4 minutes of this game, Cisco is in the hole in yardage-wise. They're -1. 3rd down 11, they need to try to get out of the shadow of their own end zone for sure. Back to pass, and the pass falls incomplete. Intended for number 5, Isaiah King from Manville High School. Good program down there in Houston.
You got them pinned back here deep. The quarterback and the receiver are on the same page. Ball's on the 6-yard line, and you got that man back there waiting on this punt. Number 3, Micah Simpson.
And you mentioned the quarterback, Cutter Stewart, the redshirt sophomore quarterback from Alice, the Alice Coyote. And Cisco will kick it away. And they're coming after it. And it's high, and it catches some wind apparently, and it's going to take a nice Cisco roll, and it will come outside the 40. Boy, that turns a really short kick into something a little bit more respectable.
Well, yeah, that was a good punt. He got it, like I said, he got it up high. The wind just kind of grabbed it and pushed it a little bit, but all in all, good field position for the Bulldogs to take over on offense.
They'll start this drive at the 44-yard line. 11:21 to go first quarter. Still early. Navarro leads at 6-0. Congratulations to Corsicana and Ennis, both pool wins in their district games this week.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.
Big win for those gentlemen. A little bit of kudos their way. Shackleton with the pass on the right flat, catches Simpson in stride, and Micah Simpson gets the first down. Looks like it may be just short. And it is just short.
Yeah, it's just short of a first, about a yard short, but, would you rather be in 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 1?
As we mentioned earlier on that 3rd and short, sure opens that old playbook up, doesn't it?
Opens it wide up.
Under 11 minutes to go first quarter. 6-0 Navarro. 2nd down and 1 at the 35. And the give is to Snyder. Snyder, with second effort, is going to get the first down. On the near official is going to say no. Looks like the far official may give him forward progress, but it still looks like it's going to be 3rd down and short.
No, he got back up to the line of scrimmage, but once he tried to bounce it to the outside and he kind of gave up ground, that's when he lost it.
Actually set him back on the other side of the 35, so actually lost 1 line worth of yardage there. Old I formation now, they'll go to a power formation, and the power formation is going to be a big run here. Actually, nice pursuit by the Cisco Wrangler defense, and it is Sergio Snyder, I believe it was, and he will pick up the first down.
Yeah, Snyder takes that handoff, hit it off the left side of the line. That was designed to go off tackle, but he seen there wasn't anything there and just kind of bounced it to the outside. Nonetheless, he still manages to pick up the first down.
3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left on 1st down and 10. Cisco in white shirts, blue pants today. Navarro in all black on homecoming. Shackleton under pressure. Now he's going to try to find something, and he's going to run it and get knocked out of bounds about the 31. He will avoid a sack and actually gain a yard.
Hey, that was a long yard.
Well, it's a lot of running for a yard, isn't it?
But he done a great job of not getting sacked.
Young man out of McKinney Boyd High School. Calling signals for the Bulldogs in 2025. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 2 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Looks like he's going to just straight pitch to Sergio Snyder. Hit hard at the 30-yard line. Oh, that's one that he wasn't going to have any yards after contact because he went down first shot.
That was a great job by the defense of stringing that out. And, when you got a play going wide and, as a defensive end, best thing for you to do, or a defensive tackle, hey, do your best to try to string it out as far as you can. Use the sideline as a defender. Helps on the way.
Picks up a couple down to the 29. It'll be third down. And Shackleton barks out the signals to his offense. Looks like they're going to change the play. Third down and 7. They'll send Ashley in motion. He'll get it on the jet sweep. And he has already had the turbo set up and picked up that first down relatively easy as he was in a different gear than everybody else at the snap.
Yeah, Jahari McDonald takes that little old jet sweep right there. And, hey, he had nothing but the sticks in mind. And, hey, they marked him short over there.
Sure did.
Done a great job at getting there, but he's a yard short. But you're at that point in the field right now where you've got to go for this.
So McDonald on the jet sweep, fourth down and 1. And they will give it to Sergio Snyder, and he will pick up the first down. First down, Bulldogs.
Let's see if they give him this first down on this one.
First
down, they gave it to him.
The near official looks like he had given it to him pretty handily there. Mark it at the 22-yard line, first down and 10, Navarro. 7.5 time-consuming drive, working on 4 minutes here. 4 wide receivers. That's kind of been the basic set for the Bulldogs so far in this first quarter. And they got movement and the snap. Free play. No, not a free play. They stopped it.
Yeah, I think the tackle on the far side over there, once I was moving from the defense, he come up out of his stance and flinched right before the ball was snapped.
So we'll check and see what he's wearing the microphone. They were talking up here whether or not to mic him or not because with impending weather conditions, not a great idea to put high-priced equipment out there on the referee in the rain, but it looks like he does. So he is mic'd, and that is a false start against Navarro. Good call, Michael.
Every now and then I get something right.
You got it. No, I'm not so sure I've gotten much right today, so we're going to keep trying.
Well, it's a long day. You got plenty of time left to get it right.
Keep stabbing. Well, last night was a long night, but it was one of those crazy nights. My high school game kicked off at 6, and it just seemed like the day just didn't never get untracked. 4 wides, and it is first down and 15 for the Bulldog offense. And it is almost picked and caught. This one is caught by number 18, and that is Masawi. And the 6'7" sophomore grabs it and goes and gets near first down yardage.
Well, Mawahu, man, he's got that big frame. I mean, he's not doesn't have that blazing speed. It's more of a lumbering run, but it's effective.
I don't know that I want to get in front of him. I'll put it to you that way. Once he has a head of steam built up. Second down and 2. That made that a manageable situation for the Dogs. And the ball's on the ground. New running back, and that was Deshaun Brundage. The running back from Temple, Texas, the Temple Wildcat.
Yeah, that just right there wasn't a clean handoff. Great job of Brundage of being able to find it and very smart to just fall on it and live the play another play.
That seems to be the mantra sometimes. Third down, Shackleton back to pass. Got an outlet to the right, and that's where he's going to go. To Brundage. Brundage first down and more. As Shackleton to Brundage connection picks up the Bulldog first down.
We in the past we've talked about Brundage and just that low center of gravity that he has, and how hard it is for defenders to get up under this pads to try to get him tackled. And on the defense for that was number 38 for Cisco. That's going to be, looks like, Addison Ajoku on that. So
Brundage on the carry. He'll pick up a couple on first and goal from the 9. Now it'll be second down. Bulldogs trying to add to their lead as the first quarter clock melting away.
Bulldogs had this ball pretty much the whole first quarter.
Yeah, Cisco has only run 3 offensive plays and a punt. 4, I guess, including the interception. This is Sergio Snyder again. Turned around at the 5-yard line. Oh, the Cisco defensive front with a big play.
Yeah, leading that charge was Tyler Masters, the sophomore linebacker. Great job at filling that hole and doing your job. That's exactly what your linebackers coach, your defensive coordinator asked you to do.
Yeah, Michael, you were talking about the quarter melting away. This drive started at 11:21, working on 7 minutes. 13th play coming up.
A 13-play, 7-minute drive.
And it started at the Cisco 44-yard line. And the give. Trying to find a corner. Is in over and is in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And that is McDonald on the jet sweep. He scores the rushing touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, from where we're sitting at, Scott, it looked like he was going to get there with ease, but McDonald, he didn't give up on it, and he was actually knocked out of bounds at the one, but manages to reach the ball across the pylon for that score.
On for the extra point. First one was missed. Going in this direction. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and this one is right down the middle. 4:11 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs extend their lead to 13-0. We'll be back for the kickoff, and you are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. We'll be back right after this.
Gosh, with drives like this ball game will be over in an hour.
Well, did the clock ever stopped? Cisco brought a bunch of folks, though.
They really did.
I'm surprised. A decent crowd down here below us.
I haven't really looked down there. But that was a pretty good crowd last night there in Wortham.
Was it?
Yeah.
To see bad football?
Ooh. Hey. Goldthwait's band was still on the field when I left.
Oh, Lord.
And they go first. I pretty much went just so I didn't have to cook supper.
What was it at half?
48-0.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, crud. At Community National Bank and Trust Stadium here in Corsicana, Michael Busby, I'm Scott Batts, and the kick comes down to the 12-yard line. Hit hard at the 25, stayed on his feet, and finally brought down at the 28-yard line. Kind of pinballed his way through there and almost got to the 30.
Yeah, that's Caleb Scott Kelly, man. Hey, he looked like he may have gotten his head ripped off on that one, but he didn't give up on the play. He just kept on. He kept his legs driving, trying to pick up as much as he possibly could.
Well, this is a pretty important drive now for Cisco as they start this one at the 4:03 mark. You can really ill afford to go down 20 to this Bulldog offense. I just don't know that very many have that catch-up capability. So Stewart at quarterback looks, surveys, and throws across the middle, and he's got a receiver. Nice grab. Catch made by number 14 for the Wranglers. That is Jamal Hall Jr., wide receiver from Mansfield Lake Ridge. Flag on the play. Check the flag. Ineligible man downfield.
Man, those are just drive killers right there. Just like you're just saying, you don't want to go down to this Navarro team right now. You don't want to go down to 20 because I can tell you this right now. When you go down by 20 to this defense or to this offense, they smell blood in the water.
Absolutely. And if you're at home and you go, well, that's just 5 yards, and to me, that's about a 20-yard penalty because that's erasing a 15 or 20-yard play. So that 5-yard penalty can be very costly. Empties the backfield, Stewart. Now he looks downfield. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Instead of the 30, dives, and that's a new quarterback. That's Landon Vessel. They're going to switch quarterbacks. He's from Clear Falls in Clear Lake, Texas. He must be the running quarterback.
Well, he kept his eyes downfield. That was a couple of times, during that play that I thought that he should have just pulled it down and just took off right then.
So Vessel now at quarterback on this series for Cisco. And he will give it to Abram. Abram's got wide open. It is a foot race. 25, 20, 10, 5 corner, touchdown, no flags. Cisco has ran themselves back into this ball game with a 68-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, Abram just takes that hand off right off tackle there, runs by 2 defenders. You know, it was blocked well up front, and from that point on, it was just a foot race.
And I thought he was going to get ran down by the secondary, but he had enough of an angle, stayed away, and was able to find the far corner. Went with the swinging gate. Now they will go into a conventional field goal formation. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So we'll just keep it right here since we just ran 3 plays. So we'll give our guys in the studio across the way a little bit of a break so they don't have to hit buttons over there. But thanks to our great staff over there. Tremendous job already. You see the pictures. Cannot even explain to you how cool those pictures are. I have watched almost every other live stream in the conference, and there's only 1 or 2 that do highlights, and I can guarantee you nobody gets the highlight on as quick as our guys here. Now, maybe a little partial, but I do tell the truth. So there you go.
Well, that's a big part of it. You do tell the truth, and you know these guys over here next to us, they do a great job. You know, everybody on that whole crew does a great job. You know, at putting this thing together. You and I, we just show up and we talk football, but you know, people don't realize you go to the circus, you don't see the behind the scenes stuff that it took to put up the tent. So those guys over there, they put up the tents, and we just come over here and we're the clowns and we run the circus.
That's right. And our folks down there, you know, again preparing for. I just can't imagine that we got bad weather heading our way, but we really do. Right now, it is an absolutely spectacular day. But just remember, we are in Texas.
Well,
if you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes.
From the way that it looks right now, it looks like we're under a sunshine advisory.
Yeah, and who knows? We may be under a freeze warning before it's over. I would not think so, but you never know in Texas. So Cisco will kick it away. With a little bit of a breeze behind their back now, it's not fluttering the flags as much, but it was pretty windy down there earlier. Taken at the 6 is Simpson. Finding a way, makes a move, and then we see nothing but cleats. That usually is not a great sign, as he is upended at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Navarro right there.
Well, if you're going to tackle that young man, the best thing for you to do is take his feet away from him because he's so dangerous with a ball in his hands.
Boy, you're not kidding. Yeah, I can still remember that 90-yard against Garden City. 90-yard reception, that little seam right up the middle. Pretty impressive.
He kind of reminded me of a very young Michael Busby.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Yeah,
but
you wore 3 too, right?
I was nowhere near that fast.
1st and 10 at the 24 for the Bulldogs. And Shackleton's got a receiver, and guess what? We called it. It's the seam up the hash mark. Micah Simpson, 76 yards, replacing that 90-yard touchdown memory. Michael Busby.
Hey, whether it's 90 yards, 70 yards, I mean, hey, it's still 6. But, you know, like we just said, you know how dangerous he is when he gets the ball.
Oh, boy, he caught him in stride. Beautiful pictures here. As Simpson says, I'll see you guys in the end zone and cue up Navarro fight. How about that?
Well, we've gotten a chance to hear that fight song 3 times today.
That's it. 19-7 the score, and Amodio will kick as it is Amodio on the extra point. It is 20-7. Navarro has it. We'll step away again here. You are at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium on the campus of Corsicana High School. It's 20-7. Navarro back with the kickoff, and you're watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. That's Michael Busby. I'm Scott Batts, and we are delighted that you've chosen to join us today. 20-7, Bulldogs lead it as they will kick it away. And in and out of the end zone goes this kick. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Cisco. And Bulldogs match big play with big play.
Off air, we're talking about, you're less than 5 seconds away from talking about Micah Simpson and a long touchdown up the seam. And less than 5 seconds later, that's exactly what we got. So for you folks out there in YouTube land or whatever, Scott's got his tarot cards up here predicting plays right now. So
yeah, sometimes it is better to be lucky than good.
That also shows you just how fast either one of these offenses can actually score on you.
Very true. We'll see which quarterback the Wranglers have this time. It is Vessel. And he's got all day to throw now, and he'll scramble. Looking downfield, trying to find something, and he's going to tiptoe his way to avoid a sack, but he's going to get no gain in the process.
He avoids a sack, but there's also some laundry laying on the field.
Flag holding against Cisco. A lot of penalties in the first quarter, I should say. We're not out of the first quarter yet.
No, hey, this is a high scoring first quarter. You got a 20-7 ball game with 2 minutes and 28 seconds left.
Now remember, the Cisco team took Tyler to 37-33. And then, of course, Cisco and then Nemi, which is another Navarro opponent, Tyler only beat them 18-17. And Vesta will chunk it down. And they're calling the Navarro folks calling a fumble. The officials say, no way, that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Vessel's seen everything just breaking down around him, and he slung that one down to the ground just to get rid of it. And actually, I think it may have hit one of his linemen.
It looked like they were trying to set up a screen, but I couldn't really find the running back in there. A lot of traffic again, so it'll be 2nd down and long. As he's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Not going to quite go under center. He'll go back in the pistol formation, but they'll move Abram to the other side. 2 wide receivers to the right side. That's the wide side of the field. Vesto back to pass. He's going to uncork one long, and it is incomplete. As there was a lot of hand fighting going on between those two guys. No flag. Good no call between those two. As I don't know that you could have told who was doing what to whom.
Well, there was a lot of rooster fighting going on right there, back on defense for the Bulldogs. That was number 21, Camaro Mayo, the freshman defensive back for the Bulldogs. He kind of actually lost it in the sun and found it right at the last second.
3rd down and long. And this one's going to be a long throw. Tight roping the sideline is going to be Isaiah King, the young man from Manville, but it's going to be 4th down. That was a long throw to get 5 yards.
That was a long developing throw, as a matter of fact. You got Vessel, being a right-handed quarterback. He's rolling out to his left and throws it all the way across the field, less than a foot away from the sideline, and completes it.
Got 10 yards on the pass back to the original line of scrimmage. But the Wranglers will have to punt it away. Navarro's going to set up the return. And he's got one really high kick, fair catch called for, and made by Simpson at the 44-yard line.
Bulldogs are taking over right now, at the 44-yard line. But this whole first quarter of this ball game, they've started each drive with some really good field position.
Oh, and a nice job of mixing the run and the pass, too, by the Bulldog play calling. And that's something that we have seen a really nice job by this coaching staff all season long. The games that we've done, they just do a really good job of mixing the run and the pass. And the occasional trick, they will trickeration you on occasion as well. 3 wide receivers to the left on 1st down at their own 44-yard line, 1:27 on the first quarter clock. And it will be Snyder again. He's going to have to bounce that one out, but he's going to bounce it right back to the backfield and lose yardage on the play. As the traffic was too much for him to try to get through.
Yeah, that was a lot of traffic up in there. The Cisco done a great job up front of keeping him bottled up and not letting him bounce that to the outside. Right there in the middle of that defense is going to be, looks like number 95, Henson, the freshman defensive lineman for Cisco.
2nd down and 12. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Run blitz coming, and Shackleton's going to pull it. Making a move at the line of scrimmage, and, boy, it dropped right there. Dropped not by that's number 44 for the Wranglers, and Shackleton's going to have trouble getting up as Tyler Masters, the linebacker from Dallas Skyline. And we will have a momentary timeout here.
Yeah, let's just hope Shackleton's good.
So loss on the play back to the 41-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field with 42 seconds left. We'll be back. We'll step away here momentarily while they have an official timeout. You are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. Back here on the campus of Corsicana High School, momentary timeout has now concluded as we will now see a new quarterback for the Bulldogs. Looks to be...
It's going to be Nehemiah Broussard.
Nehemiah Broussard from New Caney. So 3rd down and 12. Back to pass. Broussard has it swatted back in his face. And the Bulldogs are going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are going to punt this one away. Hey, you got a new quarterback. He goes in on a 3rd down play. And his first play is, you want to go ahead and get his feet wet. So you let him drop back and go on and throw one, try to get him in a rhythm. And let's just hope the Bulldogs can keep rolling offensively.
Darius Green will punt it away for the Bulldogs. The 6-foot freshman from Manville. The Mavericks, they know a little bit about football in Manville, and it is blocked. Punt is blocked and covered by Cisco at the Navarro 11-yard line. Now things have gone a little bit south for the Bulldogs. They're going to have to find a way to make some corrections. Minus 30 as it is picked up at the 11-yard line and blocked.
Yeah, Cisco, they only had one man back, yet they definitely came after that punt. Done a great job at getting to it and getting it blocked and covering it. But once again, this shows you just how quick a ball game of this magnitude can swing.
20-7 Bulldogs lead, but Cisco trying to cut that lead down to single digits as they have it 1st and goal at the 11-yard line after the block punt. And a low snap. Now Vessel No, this is back. This is number 10 again. He throws it into the back of the end zone. Touchdown! He caught it. Wow. Okay. He juggled it, caught it, and then was able to grab a hold of it. The pass coming from Stewart to number 14, and that is Jamal Hall for the touchdown.
To catch a pass that close to the back of the end zone and concentrate enough to catch the pass and get your feet down, that's a great job by Hall to haul that one in.
On to attempt the extra point. Oh, and they're going to go for 2. Kicker throws, and it is dropped. The pass was no good.
Yeah, on that pass, you're asking a lot of your kicker. He's a kicker, not a thrower.
Very true.
So
we'll keep it right here. Only 4 seconds in the first quarter clock, so we'll combine the break at the quarter.
If this game flow continues to go the way that it's went the whole game, we should look for Navarro to score here pretty quickly.
Should be. Homecoming's all around. Homecoming in Wortham. That's where Michael and I both reside. Our homecomings were this weekend, but we chose to spend Navarro's homecoming with you. We're glad that you're joining us. All the old dogs coming back to Corsicana and to Wortham, if you will.
Yes, most definitely.
So I was in Teague last night where they upset the number 4 ranked Westwood Panthers. Pretty good football game as Teague put themselves back in the race for a playoff spot.
I heard something about the Teague ball game that happened, and I wasn't there last night. I heard they sold hot dogs.
They sold hot dogs. I didn't make it over there, so yeah. It was pretty odd night weather-wise. Simpson takes it at the goal line. This will be the last snap of the quarter. And Simpson hit at the 20, still on his feet. Now he's got a little bit of open field. There comes a flag. So this is going to all be for naught now. He's going to get the maximum usage of the field. And now some extracurriculars ensue on the Navarro sideline, and they get that quickly taken care of.
Yeah, that was a block over there with Simpson reverse field, that drew that flag over there. You're going to probably lose 10 more yards with that block.
So that will nullify a decent return by Simpson. 2 flags sit on the field, and we'll check it out, and I'm sure that they'll assess the penalty and then end the quarter. So while they do that, we'll come back we'll have all that taken care of. We do have 15 minutes in the books. First quarter is complete, and we'll step away. Second quarter action coming up on Navarro Sports.
At the end of first quarter of play, Navarro College Bulldogs 20, Cisco Wranglers 13. First down for the Bulldogs, their own 12-yard line.
Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium is the handoff to Snyder to open up the second quarter. Ball at the 12-yard line, and Snyder gets big yardage on first down.
Yeah, Snyder takes that handoff off the right side, off tackle there, and he found 2 holes there.
And Bulldogs going up tempo now as Broussard's pass intended for number 4. Joe Perez from Cibolo Steel, incomplete.
Cibolo Steel, that's a school district that you know a little bit about, isn't it?
I think my brother-in-law is there. He's either at Steele or Clemens. I don't remember which one.
Say, man, that's your brother-in-law. You're supposed to know where he's
I'm
at.
supposed to know. But those schools all run together down there. Second down for Broussard and his offense. In at quarterback now. And the give is to Brundage. Brundage trying to find a way more. The Cisco defense has really stiffened in the last few minutes. Only a gain of a couple, third down and long.
Yeah. Who was that on that run? That's going to be Deshaun Brundage on that. He was trying to pick and choose just to find any little opening he could get. And, the defense right now for Cisco is really stingy.
Well, third down and 8. Just underway second quarter. 20-13 Navarro. Man goes in motion, and it will be a pass. And Brundage gets another one swatted down right into his face. Broussard.
Yeah, that's two passes. His first one and that one right there. That's two passes, that he could have possibly completed to himself because he got batted right back at him.
So the Bulldogs will punt it away. So fourth down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Green will kick it. Again, still kind of checking the breeze. And this punt, the rugby-style kick, he barely got that one out. Comes down to the 29-yard line. Nice coverage by the Bulldogs. Oh, terrific coverage to keep him from getting more than a couple of yards on that return.
Yeah, that was back deep for Cisco. That was number 12 back receiving that punt. And that was Davion Blewett, the sophomore defensive back for Cisco. But, there was great coverage for the Bulldogs on that.
So Cisco will take over first down and 10 at the 31-yard line. 13:42 to go here in the first half. Bulldogs lead, but Cisco has certainly taken away the momentum. Cisco with the handoff up the middle. Hit hard at the 35-yard line. Coming in, J.P. Patterson from McKinney Boyd with the shot.
Yeah, that J.P. Patterson, he delivered the mail. He brought the hat, whichever one you want to call it. It's got several different names, but he done a great job from his safety position coming up and making that tackle.
I turned him around as he was headed, had a little bit of steam built up. A cluster of receivers to the right side, and that's where they'll head. Trying to fight through and picking up the first down will be number 15. That is a new wide receiver. That is Jaden Burnett from Frisco Lone Star, and he'll pick up the Wrangler first down.
Right, like you said, Wranglers right now, they've got the momentum going offensively and defensively.
First down and 10 at the 41. And Stewart, catch made again. This one is by Burnett on first down as he catches 2 in a row here. He'll be short of the first down. No, are they going to give him the first? They are.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. That Burnett, and Stewart are really starting to find a rhythm. Burnett just runs out there and sits down in a little bitty hole over there, and Stewart manages to find him to pick up the first down.
So Stewart looking downfield, passing, and threads the needle to Hall. Hall down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line in the first down for the Wranglers.
Yeah, Hall comes all the way across the formation. He just finds a lane in that defense, and he just sticks with it, and Stewart finds him. Great job by Stewart to find him.
Third straight time with the down box hadn't had to change. First down and 10 for the Wranglers. driving, trying to get back into this game. And it's a pass is complete to Abram, and they're going to call it incomplete. But Abram knew that he was close to making a football move and tried to turn around and go pick that back up, then slipped and fell.
Well, if you remember what Saturday morning cartoons look like, that right there was definitely a remembrance of it right there, because he definitely tried to turn around to get back on it and just couldn't get the brakes.
2nd down 10. They'll play fake this time. This one's picked off, and it goes the distance. Travis Roman has it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Pick 6, Navarro.
Once again, here it is. Your defense today for the Bulldogs. They've got 2 picks. One of them is a house call. One of them on the very first play of the ball game. And like I said, you got to be able to get points from other phases of the ball game. And honestly, both of these teams have gotten points off of different phases of the ball game other than offense.
81 yards on the return, and the Bulldogs get those touchdown back. Kick is up. Kick is good. They score on 3 of their possessions and 1 of Cisco's. You got to like that for the first half. It's 27-13. We'll step aside to get ready for the kickoff, and you are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium as the kickoff comes down into the hands of the Cisco returner. And a flag on the play. We've had a lot of those on the Cisco side.
Yeah, I saw a flag a while ago. The ref threw it so hard, and when it hit the ground, I didn't see the other ref throw it. I'm like,
right?
Did that flag rip in half? But no, we've seen a few flags today.
So holding penalty against the Wranglers. Officially, the return 75 yards for Roman.
Well, things like that will definitely make a defensive coordinator happy.
Oh, my goodness. And again, though, that was the long throw. We talked about that earlier with the long throw for the 10-yard gain. He scrambled to his right a little bit, threw back across his body, and that was, man, Roman had a chance to eat half a ham sandwich, get over there and still pick it, and had plenty of speed to get there.
You talk about the things that make a defensive coordinator happy, but throwing a ball all the way across the field like that will run an offensive coordinator crazy.
And the runner, that is a new ball carrier. That is Isaiah King, the young man from Manville on the sweep. So
I turned your mic off right now for just a second.
He will get no gain on the play. 18-yard line.
Watch your ears.
This is Vessel. Vessel now to the 22-yard line. Third down and 6 coming up for the Wranglers. Just a little over 10 and a half minutes to go first half. 27-13. Bulldogs have the lead.
You got to kind of ask yourself on that pass play right there, was Vessel a little gun shy about slinging one?
Possible. That is very possible. Good call. The 4-man front from the Bulldogs I've not seen the Bulldogs blitz much, but they may amp that up a little bit with the success of the Cisco passing game. Now they're going to get into him. He breaks through, chase from behind, and will throw it away to the outside. Yes.
Yeah, he was a step away from a sack. He was a step away from being sacked. You know, the defense collapsed around him, and he managed to escape, but he was being ran down. Great job for him to get rid of the ball and get it out of bounds and not just fling it down the field and risk another possible interception.
And now as the winds are beginning to move a little bit on the flags, not a whole lot, as we'll monitor those situations as storms moving in from the west now. No, it doesn't look like it, but they are. And he gets this one. As long as it turns over, it's going to go a decent distance. Simpson will catch it at the 44. That seems to be the starting spot for the Bulldog offense all day. Third drive, they've started their own 44.
Well, hey, like I said, you know, they've had great field position on punts or even on kickoffs. And, you know, you don't have to drive very far. You know, right now they got to get 56 yards, and they're in the end zone.
Very true.
But those punts that Navarro are getting, hey, they're amazing punts. They hang up high. They give the coverage time enough to get downtown, get down to cover just in case there's a bobble or fumble or anything like that.
Nehemiah Broussard in for Ryan Shackleton, who left the ballgame and has not returned. And it is Broussard on the keeper. Will get yardage out past the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Broussard right there, he just kind of takes that one right there. That was a designed run for him anyway. He fakes the handoff and pulls it and heads upfield with it and manages to pick up, looks like maybe about 3.5 on that.
Second down and 7. Under 9.5 to go first half. 27-13. Navarro College leads.
You know, Navarro really needs to try to find a rhythm here in this next 9 minutes. You know, need to stick the ball in the end zone now, and hopefully the defense can hold them.
Broussard scrambles, looking downfield, and he'll tuck it. Oh, a nifty little tuck to take the ball, and as he tucked it, there was a defender right next to him. He'll pick up near first down yardage, and he will get the first down.
You know, hey, he's probably 5 yards into that run and pump fakes it and kind of freezes the defender and then tucks it under. Great job, young man.
46-yard line in the Wranglers into the field now. 8.5 to go. First and 10 Bulldogs. Now starting to establish a rhythm, and it appears that Broussard will have the call for the rest of the contest. And it is Broussard. Up the middle, he'll keep it. Pushing forward, trying to push. Will maybe get a yard out of that.
We got a little extracurricular activity down there. Be careful, guys.
Brings up second down.
Second down, 9. Well, and the thing about it is Cisco at 2 and 3 and Navarro, neither one of them have anything to lose, but the Bulldogs can ill afford to lose any players if you get into some extracurriculars here.
Well, like you said, nobody can afford to lose them, but, I mean, hey.
Way more at stake for the Bulldogs right now.
Most definitely. You got to keep a cool head.
Tyler leading Kilgore 10-0, thanks to Mike Montfort back at the bunker, keeping us up to date on the area scores. As Sergio Snyder will to the 42-yard line. Flag down. Stop me if you've heard this.
Well, you know, Scott, you know, we're just talking about flags and what Navarro cannot afford to do, and they picked up a penalty.
And they picked up a big one, 15-yard penalty.
I mean, you know, I guess we're just going to have to sit here and be quiet because that is literally the second time today that you have spoke something into existence.
I'll try to do my best here. So back to the 43-yard line. And it will be third down and long, excuse me. It is a dead ball foul. So 3rd and 24. Broussard back to pass. Now he's going to have to scramble. Looking downfield, his pass. Got a receiver at the 45. Be short of the first down, but nice grab by Micah Simpson.
Yeah, we're back up to the original line of scrimmage at the 46-yard line, which brings up fourth down and 9. But that right there, that 15-yard penalty was a drive killer. Now you got to punt this thing, try to pin them down back inside of the 10, and hope that your defense can hold up here in these next 6 minutes. I mean, you get the ball coming back in the second half, but that you can't, like you said, you can't afford to have those types of penalties.
Both teams with their full complement of timeouts in the first half. And the kick. This is a nice one. Turns over just the right spot, and it's going to take a Cisco roll, but it'll still be inside the 20. First down and 10 at the 18 is where Cisco will have it. First down.
Okay, now you're asking a lot out of your defense right now. Hey, let's pin our ears back and go, and let's try to make them punt it, and let's try to stick one in here before the end of the half. But Cisco's offense is just as potent as Navarro's offense is.
Well, we saw Abram break loose on that long run earlier. 6:12 to go. They've been alternating quarterbacks, so we're having to see which one takes the snap. Looks like it's going to be Vessel this time. And it is. And he's going to keep it. Hit in the backfield and dropped. Oh, my goodness. As the Bulldog defense, they're in a fury.
Well, he fakes the handoff and pulls it, headed around the right end, and that defensive end on the right side over there done a great job at reading it and kind of stringing it out and actually dropping him for almost a yard loss.
Second down and 11 is what they'll call it. And Vessel whips it out here to Hall. Hall in a great open field tackle. See, that is 20. That is Moss. That is the young man who had the first interception with a terrific open field tackle.
Yeah, Marjavius Moss, he manages to get a handful of jersey, and all you can ask him to do is just hold on till the cavalry gets here, and that's exactly what he done.
And that's another loss on the play. Third down and 12 for the Wranglers. They're going the wrong direction here. Vessel looks back, looks to pass, and he's got somebody on him, and he is hit just as he let it go. Number 33 absolutely unloads on him is Ramon Pernis from Tomball, Texas, with the Tomball terrible hit right there.
Well,
Wow.
That right there, you could call that a slobber knocker or a bowel shaker.
Oh my goodness! And we saw it. We saw it for like 5-6 minutes before it actually happened.
Hey, I'm actually sitting here, man. Throw it. But he got rid of it just in time.
Oh, and took a big shot too. And the punt. Simpson gets it at the 44-yard line. Now he's going to take off and run with it. Open field, 40. Spins out of a tackle there to the 36-yard line. That seems to be the sweet spot. They all seem to come down at the 44-yard line, but Simpson says, I'm going to take it and go here.
Watch Simpson, with the ball in his hand, the cracks and crevices that he finds to keep advancing the ball. You can't call him slick. He's more slimy.
I get, he is a very elusive fellow. You really can't get him on the ground. And worse yet, if you're an opponent, you can't get a good, clean shot on him.
Because he's never in the
same spot.
Right.
4:48 to go, first half. Bulldogs trying to extend a 2-touchdown lead. Broussard, he's going to tuck this. No, he's going to throw it. He got it into the side, the 30-yard line. It is Simpson on the catch. Went down and nestled in that spot, hit him right in the number. First down, Bulldogs.
Simpson done a great job, just like you said. He nestled down in a sweet spot, a hole in that defense, and the quarterback manages to find him. Great job of him keeping his eyes downfield and finding Simpson.
And he'll pull it here on the fake to Snyder. Slides down, and it must be slick. And we took on a lot of rain last night, so the field conditions may be a little bit slippery as Broussard slips and falls after the 2-yard gain.
Yes, Broussard just kind of puts his foot in the ground and lost his footing. If he doesn't lose his footing, he picks up at least 6 more yards out of that.
Stick with us as there will not be a band performance as they are going to shorten halftime. So we probably will just take just a moment or two break, and we'll probably come back and give you first half analysis and get ready for the second half. So no break time for us at halftime. So hang with us, and we'll go from there as Snyder takes the handoff. He's in the open field. He'll pick up first down yardage to the Cisco 10.
Yeah, that was just a power play right there by the Bulldogs. You got a pulling lineman. Snyder gets behind that pulling lineman there, and there you go. He manages to get the ball down. Just a good old power, hard-nosed football run by the Bulldogs right there.
First down and goal for the Bulldogs at the Cisco 10. Trying to extend the lead, and they will do the old counter tray as it is Sergio Snyder, and he'll slip and fall again. And it seems to be the most slippage is happening on this end of the field for some odd reason.
Or maybe it rained. On this end more than it did the other end.
We are in Texas,
But then again, we've played more football on this end of the field, too.
That's true. And you could probably put a Dixie cup on either end, and they'll fill up at different times with Texas rain. So, that's the way that works. Loss of a couple back to the 12. Second down goal there. 2:40 clock running. 2 wide receivers to the right, nobody to the left, and they're going to go strong all the way to the right. Pass is jump ball to the goal line. Simpson has it knocked away. Third down goal.
On coverage right there for the Wranglers was number 23. It's going to be James Adam, the sophomore defensive back, but he was right there with Simpson, which forced him to have to try to jump in the air, and Simpson couldn't even barely get a hand on it, so Simpson just kind of batted it to make for sure that the defender didn't catch it.
2.5 to go. 27-13, Navarro leads it. And a straight drop back for Broussard. He's going to go to the back corner, and it is caught. Did he get it?
Yes, he
is in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Number 11, Nakari Ashley. All the way across, got the last foot in. What a great shot by our crew as he did. He put the foot down, goes out of bounds. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, Ashley done a great job at, just running across the back of the end zone. He almost ran clean out of interstate, but he manages to catch that pass and get a foot down. And from where we're sitting, he just literally run out of the picture.
He did. Kick by Zamundio is up, and it is good. 2:24 to go in the first half. Navarro extends their lead. It is 34-13. We'll step away, get set up for the kickoff. You are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports.
Off for the Bulldogs.
Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium, just shy of the end of the first half. Again, we will have an abbreviated first half, a halftime, so not much of a halftime show. Of course, if you watched all of our broadcasts, you might have think that we haven't had much of a halftime show all year. Anyway, but that's a whole nother story. The kickoff is taken. No, I bet you guys have enjoyed this. We try to be moderately entertaining anyway. Me more moderate than Michael, obviously.
Well, honestly, people don't know this, but doing this broadcast right here, or doing radio broadcast, that is when I'm on my best behavior.
Right. Believe it or not, that's probably true. Cisco start at the 37-yard line.
Brings up first down and 10.
First down and 10. They will stop momentarily for the 2-minute timeout. And the give is to Abram. Abram finds a lot of black jerseys, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's bottled up there by the teeth of that defense. You know, leading that charge, I think, was number 17 for the Bulldogs. There's going to be Aaron Bale, the sophomore linebacker for the Bulldogs. But great job up front. You know, he actually, like you said, he lost a yard on that. But here we go at the 2-minute timeout.
And let's see, Mike sent us a deal with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Tyler was up on Kilgore 10-0. So if we have any other scores, I'm sure that he will provide us with the opportunity to give those scores out. Big games still left to be played. Navarro will finish up their regular season as they have Cisco today. They will be at Tyler 1 week from today on a 1 o'clock kickoff at Tyler Rose and Mother Francis Stadium. Beautiful stadium if you've never been there. I have been to one game there since they renovated it, and I had never been to Rose Stadium. I've driven by it 100 times, but I've never been by it. Beautiful stadium. Bulldogs get a chance to complete the Highway 31 series as they have gone to Athens, and they have gone to Tyler, and have gone to Kilgore. You know, so all three Highway 31, none of them came this direction this year.
You know, once again, thank you, Mike, for sending us those scores. My first time to meet Mike was a few weeks ago at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, uh-huh.
You know, great guy. Congratulations to him and the rest of those inductees.
He paid you to say that, didn't he?
Just a little.
It pass is completed to J.J. Johnson, the young man from Converse Judson, as it's to midfield. And from there on, pass is almost intercepted by Roman again. It is complete at the 46.
That's Johnson again on that reception.
Second down 4. And firing again and complete again.
Once again, that's Johnson.
And that's Johnson again.
3 straight receptions on this drive for Johnson.
First down to 10. Trying to find a corner, and it will be Stewart trying to get it, and got a little bit. He'll go out at the 29-yard line, gain of 3 there.
Yeah, he picked up 3 yards on that scramble. You know, he's trying to get over there to get to the sideline. He's trying to make a decision whether he wants to throw it away. He can't find a receiver, but he got more out of it than I thought he got out of it.
So they'll line that one at the 29-yard line. Second down and 7. $1:05 left on the first half clock. And back to pass in the pocket. Nice grab on the far side. Helmet comes off. Complete to Isaiah King.
I think we got a flag now. No, they're stopping it for
first down.
No, helmet comes off.
Oh, that's right.
First down and 10 on the 20-yard.
So it'll be down to the 20-yard line. Pass complete to King.
Now we got a flag.
Now there's your flag. See, now you're the one that's being prophetic now.
Okay, well, since we're going to be blaming each other for speaking stuff into existence, I'm going to win a lotto tonight.
Okay, well, there you go. That'll work. 5-yard mark off against the Wranglers. Timeout taken here. So we'll just keep it right here. Again, Navarro's remaining schedule today, the homecoming game against Cisco. They'll be at Tyler a week from today. And on November the 8th, they will take on NIMI. New Mexico Military will be coming from New Mexico to Corsicana. That will be our final regular season broadcast. And how things shake out, if the Bulldogs host a playoff game, we will be back. We'll give you playoff action as long as they are in Corsicana. If they're in the top 2 spots, there will be a home game in Corsicana for the playoff spot. as Bulldogs still very, very much alive to get that. Need to go get a win in Tyler next week. Tyler scores very close, by the way. They defeated Blinn 55-7, Cisco 37-33, and Nemi 18-17.
No.
So not a given that Tyler's going to walk away with his conference title. Navarro might have a little something to say about that. 4 wide receivers on first down and 15. Pass is incomplete.
You know, Cisco had the perfect play drawn up there. You know, the receiver and the quarterback wasn't on the same page. I mean, that was a good call there. You know, catch the ball out in the flat, get what you can get out of it, step out of bounds, stop the clock. But quarterback and receiver weren't on the same page.
42 seconds to go, second down, 15. Stewart back to pass and under pressure and dropped. Sack.
That is for the Bulldogs on that sack. That's going to be number 45. That is going to be Alfred Wilkerson, the freshman defensive lineman on that sack.
So back to the 31-yard line. It'll be third down and long for the Wranglers. 33 ticks of the clock. We'll keep it right here. And again, we have impending weather headed our way. And if you look out to the west, you see a lot of clouds. Actually, if you look probably to the west, you will see the back of the press box.
Well,
We'll have to look out north or southwest and kind of at an angle if we're going to see anything behind us. So anything we see will come over the top of the press box, so we won't know it. So we're watching the radar. But, Michael, we have seen absolutely no semblance of any weather, inclement or otherwise, other than beautiful sunny skies in the first half.
like I said, we must be under a sunshine advisory or something like that because, and of course, like you said, we can't see behind us, which is where this weather is supposed to be coming from.
I do have the radar pulled up, and there is rain out to the west, but it hadn't made it here yet. It looked to be going through Waco, so it's not far away, but we'll see what happens, and we will keep you up to date on what's going on here. It is third down and long for the Wranglers. Stewart under pressure and teamed up. Both ends come up in the middle. Sack of the Wranglers.
Yeah, that's also included on that tackle. Is going to be also number 9 for the Bulldog. That is going to be Moses Matabuki, the sophomore defensive end, and number 45 for the Navarro Bulldogs is going to be Alfred Wilkins again. You know, they're meeting each other in the backfield at the quarterback.
And they decided that was enough for the first half. So, now there's 1 second left. Officials say hold the bus here. And I'm not sure. They stopped with 1 second left.
Yes.
So let's check the flag. They're going to say, y'all have to come out and play one more time. Supper's not ready yet. Come back in the house.
I mean,
go back outside and one more play.
We got a lot of stuff that's going to go on here in this 1 second. But this one, and Navarro calls a timeout.
Well, again, we'll keep it right here.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
As today, let's see, today's games, TVCC is in New Mexico taking on New Mexico Military, NIMI, if you will. Navarro and Cisco. And, of course, Tyler is at Kilgore in a Highway 31 battle there. Those are your 3 conference games of note. Now, obviously, Kilgore is out of the running, which is, to me in this one, Michael, a rarity. I mean, that's usually Kilgore factors in every conference final in the top 4 over the last few years.
Yes, that's very unfortunate for Kilgore, but, you know, that's the way the ball bounces. You know, somebody's going to be in it and somebody's going to be out of it. But, you know, and you hate that for Kilgore, but.
Well, no, if you're in Corsicana, you don't.
I was just about to say, but for my Navarro Bulldogs, you know, hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, they don't hate it for Kilgore. I can assure you that. 4th down and long. And now you hear the buzzer and you see Stewart, and he's going to fling it to the end zone up for grabs, and it is incomplete. And we have reached the first half.
Well, everybody in this stadium knew that was going to the end zone.
At the half, it is Navarro College 34, Cisco College 13. And again, we are so glad that you joined us. They've got 10 minutes on the clock. We'll step away for a few minutes, and we will be right back with some first half analysis and the kickoff of the second half. So you are paying attention, so watch us just a few minutes, as we'll keep you abreast of what's going on weather-wise and the such. But we'll be back for after this short break. You are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Navarro College's 2025 homecoming halftime ceremony. Now taking the field are our King nominees. Mr. Nehemiah Broussard is representing the football team. He's being escorted today by his mother, Onita Gage. Mr. Braden Calvin is representing the Baptist Student Ministry. Escorting Braden is his mother, Emily Calvin. Mr. Mason Clark represents the cheer team. He's being escorted today by his friend Ryan Prickmore. Mr. Daniel Cruz is representing the football team and the tutoring center. He is being escorted by his friend Linda Castillo. Now for our Queen nominees, Miss Bailey Dixon. She represents the Student Government Association, the ASL Club, and Bulldog Life. She is being escorted today by her friend, Tylen Garrett. Miss Helena Eddy is representing the Trio Center. Escorting Helena is her friend, Rachel Toe. Miss Isabella Luigi is representing the volleyball team. She is being escorted by her father, Tim Luigi, and her mother, Danielle Luigi. Miss Laura Savasa Rampazzo is also representing the volleyball team. She is being escorted today by her teammate, Tanara Dutra, and friend Paula Taylor. Miss Sarah Wilcox is representing the student activities and NC Bible studies. Sarah is being escorted by her friend, Nyla Lewis. Now taking the field are our 2025 homecoming Prince and Princess, Mr. Jackson Lahan and Miss Elena Groover, who were crowned earlier this week at the pep rally. Let's give them a big round of applause. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Navarro College's 2025 homecoming king is Braden Calvin. Navarro College's 2025 homecoming queen is Bailey Dixon. Congratulations to 2025 homecoming king and queen. Thank you for representing Navarro College and for being a part of this special homecoming tradition.
back here in Corsicana, as the weather conditions have darkened a little bit, as we're about 45 minutes away from rain according to the radar that I was looking at. But again, though, it's behind us, so we're not real sure. It's going to be kind of like Christmas time. It's going to be a surprise. But, Michael, I know we've been through a lot of halftimes, but that 10 minutes went into cyberspeed because that was a lot quicker than 10 minutes.
Well, I can tell you this much. I usually devour some food pretty fast. I couldn't get those nachos done in time.
Couldn't get it done. Okay, well, I want to take an opportunity again to thank Navarro College for allowing us to do this each week, that there is a home game. Thank you so much. We hope that we have been moderately entertaining, and appreciate Coach Landers and the rest of the Navarro College staff, of course, District President Dr. Kevin Fagan and his administration for allowing us to do this. We hope that we do you proud. I am a Navarro College alum, so I'm back for homecoming, if you will. So proud 1990 graduate, and no,
You old.
yeah, no, my diploma has not disintegrated. It is still there. But anyway, I am an honored graduate, I would hope, of Navarro College, as certainly it was some of the most fun years that I spent. I told everybody I was always, depending on who gave away a free meal, I was Baptist on Wednesday and Methodist on Monday. So anyway, some of the fun years, we had a good time here. As the Cisco Wranglers will kick it off to start the second half. Bulldogs will get it, and it is Simpson. Takes it at the 3-yard line now. He cuts it upfield. He's got open field now, and he gets it out to the 40-yard line. And Micah Simpson setting the tone for the second half, although there is a flag down.
You and I both know what that flag usually means. It means that that's on the receiving team, and somebody's got a hold. But
No question.
That's about the worst field position that we've seen Navarro start at today.
So it is a hold against the Bulldogs, and they'll mark it from the 40. So they'll start 1st and 10 at the 30. And it has darkened some in the 10 or 15 minutes that we were away. So there is rain coming. We did check, and there is some severity to the storms. So we will monitor the situation almost minute by minute. As they tell us, we will tell you, we promise, on what's going on with the ball game. 3 wide receivers to the left, but otherwise we're going to play. Broussard in for Ryan Shackleton. He hits the 30 and slides down at the 33-yard line.
Like you just said, he slid down. Smart move. Slide down. Get what you can get out of it.
Gain of a couple. 2nd down 8. Just underway here in the second half. Tyler leads Kilgore at the half 17-3. That's really the only one of major importance right now. Of course, Neo and TVCC playing, Nimi and TVCC playing out in New Mexico. Sergio Snyder takes the handoff. He bounces off of a tackler at the 35-yard line. We'll get to the 37, and it'll set up a 3rd down and short.
Yeah, Snyder just takes that handoff, gets up the left side with it, and bounces off a defender. Looks like a little bumper car, but he manages to pick up, like you said, about 6 yards out of that.
3rd down and 3. Bulldogs on their opening drive here of the second half. I'm sure that you hung around your device and saw the homecoming festivities. Congratulations to the homecoming king and queen. I was roaming around. I saw them crowned, but I didn't catch any other names. So my apologies. As Simpson takes this little swing pass, dodges a tackler at the 45-yard line. We'll get into Wrangler territory at the 48-yard line. It'll be a Bulldog 1st down.
You know, Simpson takes that little swing pass right there, and he looked like he was just about out of real estate over there, and he operated within 6 inches of space over there to continue to pick up yards.
1st down and 10 at the Wrangler 49-yard line. Bulldogs on the move on their first possession of the second half. Good crowd on hand today down below us.
Yeah, you had a pretty good crowd come out today for homecoming, as you know, that's what you hope for. But
And the give, I believe this is Brundage. I don't know that Snyder. No, it is Snyder. He'll get to the 45-yard line.
Snyder on the carry.
Yes, Snyder just kept on driving his legs and driving and driving. You know, he actually picked up 2 more yards, you know, after contact just by continuing to drive and dig to pick up 5 yards. Rather if you be in a 2nd down and 5 than a 2nd down and 7.
No doubt. 2nd down, 6, they'll call it. Double wing set with, and Broussard is under center. That's nothing happening in college football anymore, does it? As he will take the snap from under center and the jet sweep to Simpson. Got a wall in front of him. They've got the back of his jersey and drug him down, and he will maybe lose a half yard.
Yeah, he looks like Simpson's going to lose a half yard, you know, just plain and simply because he was trying to get turned upfield, and the defender had him by the back of the jersey and wouldn't let him go.
And they'll call it no gain. Well, they will give him a loss of a yard.
Brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 3rd and 7. Down to 11 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Broken clouds in front of us, but apparently rain is headed this way. 3 wide receivers to the right. Now there'll be a 4th in the wing slot right here in front of us. And it'll be Brundage. And he will dump it. He's got a receiver wide open. It is Muamu, and he will catch the touchdown pass from 46 yards out. Touchdown, Bulldog.
I was wondering if he seen him because he was literally back there all by himself.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. That's the words that will kill the joy in the stadium, won't it?
Hands on the hip, face mask in the air, that only means one thing.
Oh, my goodness. So that will come off the board. But keep it on the highlight reel. I mean, you know, it was a good touchdown.
Yeah, put it on the highlight reel. Nobody has to know that there was a flag on that play.
I completely agree.
Penalty. That brings up 3rd down for the Bulldogs.
So back to the 44-yard line.
On their own 44 yards.
All right, let's just bag it up and do it again.
3rd down, 17. And they'll wind the clock at 10:48. Same formation. And they'll give on the inside handoff. This to give is to number 11 is Ashley, Nakari Ashley. And there's a flag down here. He picks up the 1st down, though, Michael. Let's check the flag.
Well, it's not looking good for the old Bulldogs on this drive right here. They keep going backwards.
Now, he'll get credit for some of that yardage. That'll be a spot foul. Almost will be just realistically a do-over. I think they'll go right back to the 44-yard line. No, they'll go to the 46.
So that was a long 2-yard play.
17 for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 3rd down and 15. 10:27, they'll wind the clock here. They need the Cisco just inside the 40 for the 1st. Bulldogs have stalled out right here with a couple of penalties. Broussard set up a pass. He's got Simpson. Simpson trying to make a move. He'll get to the 44, check the field, and make sure there's no flags. There's not. So the call stands.
I mean, right here, you gotta ask yourself, you know, what are you gonna do? You gonna leave your offense on the field, or you gonna try to punt this and pin them down inside the 5? But it looks like they're gonna leave the offense on.
So they will leave it on. Clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play, 4th down and 5. 5-man look for the Wranglers. They may be coming after the young quarterback who hasn't had many reps, I don't think, for this Bulldog offense. And the pass is complete to Simpson. Not looking like it, though, as Simpson picks up the Bulldog 1st down.
You know, Simpson finds a hole over there, sits down in it.
1st down.
catches that pass, and Simpson's very animated, He's going to always do something, especially after a big play.
Well, he certainly had one a while ago, the 76-yard pass up the middle. Under 9.5 to go here in the third quarter. And the snap goes over the head of Broussard, and he's going to just throw it away, and he threw it at a receiver
who had an opportunity to catch it.
Yes, he did.
That pass was intended for number 4, Joe Perez, the sophomore wide receiver.
Now, no harm, no foul, other than the down box will change. Second down, 10.
Of course, the clock stops on that incomplete pass.
And as I look above the press box, I do see a cloud rolling above us.
Yeah, it literally it's snuck up on us now.
It has arrived, and we'll keep you up to date. But I can definitely see a change in the midst, and Broussard will keep it. Spins out and spins into another. That's not the favorable way to look at that, as he did a great play of getting out of one and got into another one. It'll be third down and long.
Well, if third down and long, he spun around and he really got popped. But right now in my ear, I'm just now being told that we got lightning 30 miles away.
30 miles away. So we will monitor that situation. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for that. 4 wide receivers. And it is Broussard. Broussard looking, and breaking tackles, and now he's in the grass, and they'll call him down at the 40-yard line. It'll be fourth down.
Cisco's front four done a great job right there, of not just giving it up and continuing to try to contain Broussard, but you've done a great job up front, just not giving up on that play.
8:11, clock running here in the third, and Green will kick it away. Going after it and almost blocked that one, and he will kick it into the end zone. 40 on the punt. It'll come out to the 20.
Like you said, Scott, he almost got that one blocked too. You might want to. They're coming. You just don't want to go ahead and get that ball up in the air and let your cover guys get down there and try to stop it from going into the end zone. But I'd very much rather do that than have one block going the opposite direction. Because you and I both know, even though this score is 34-13, it doesn't take very long for one of these teams to score twice.
No question. I am not a fan of the rugby-style punt. I just think that takes too much time. And there are way too many faster guys that can get that done. And it is Cutter. Stewart. No, there's that Vestal. That is Vestal. Those quarterbacks are interchangeable and extracurricular again. Fellas, we don't have time for that. We got rain coming.
Yeah, hurry up. Let's go.
Play the next play. Sorry, the dad in me came out just then. My bad. He'll get a yard on the play, 21-yard line. Second down, 9.
Yeah, hopefully this lightning, will hold off and we won't have any delays today and we get this ball game in.
And the snap goes over his head, and he will throw it away. He couldn't get that out of the backfield any quicker.
Well, he done a great job of throwing it away. It's just he was throwing it away just like he threw that pick all the way across the field.
There's a lot of air that goes under the passes here at Cisco for sure. Right to the line of scrimmage, 7:09 remaining. And 4 wide receivers. Movement in the defensive front. And the fade in the middle of the field. And it will be in and out with a flag down. And the Navarro defender is pleading his case. That is Dylan Gordon from San Antonio J.
Yeah, Dillon was he's pleading his case, and I kind of agree with him. He did get his head turned around. I mean, he has just as much right to that ball as the receiver does. But 9 times out of 10, that's going to be called pass interference.
Well, and the Cisco offense went all the way to the spot foul. I think forgetting that pass interference is only 15. 4 wide receivers, 7 minutes clock running. And the give is to Abram. Abram hit in the backfield. He's going to be wrangled down, if you will. Pun intended.
Yeah, leading the charge for the Bulldogs was number 12 for the Bulldogs. The freshman linebacker. I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Walker DeHarst.
Walker DeHarst. That sounds like a football,
Sounds
man.
like a football
Sounds
guy.
like he ought to be playing for Notre Dame.
He's from San Antonio as well, yeah. 6 minutes nearing the 6-minute mark, second down 12. And they up across the middle. What a catch! Oh my goodness, what a beautiful grab.
That's going to be Jamal Hall Jr. on that one. Hey, he caught that with one paw.
Wow, what a catch.
Put that one on the highlight reel.
29 on the game to the 37-yard line, and the Wranglers are on the move. And the give to Abram. Flag down. Abram down at the 30.
Yeah, Abram just kept on, driving his legs on that one right there. And looks like he managed to pick up probably 7 on that, but there's a flag now. We're going to wave it off, but
And they are. You're right. So they'll give him yardage to the 30.
Brings up second down for the Wranglers. 4 yards for a first down.
Second down 3 at the 30. 2 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Abram in the backfield with Vessel. Oh, that's a new running back. Hold on. Now they're going to go backwards now with the flea flicker. He's got a receiver open. It is in the end zone. It is caught and touchdown Cisco.
that is going to be number 13 for the Wranglers. It's going to be Anthony Johnson, the sophomore tight end, with that reception. That was a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but, hey, it paid off for the Wranglers. Once again, this ball game is far from over.
5:25 remaining. They'll attempt the extra point. Anthony Johnson, the 6'3", 235-pound tight end from Greenville, Texas, the Greenville Lion. Extra point is up, and it is good. 5 1/4 to go in the third quarter. It is 34-20. Navarro leads it. We'll step away, and you're listening and watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports.
Eifert on the kickoff for the Wranglers. Back deep for the Bulldogs, number 3, Micah Simpson.
I'm Scott Batts. That's Michael Busby. Proud to bring you Navarro College Bulldog football here on Navarro Sports YouTube channel. We are glad that you're joining us. Thanks to the staff here at Corsicana High School and Navarro College for giving you these beautiful pictures.
Yeah, they do an amazing job with the pictures and the the replays. Great job.
Simpson will take it at the 4-yard line. Looking for a seam now. He'll squirt through it to the 30-yard line. Having to break up another altercation. And by the way, these guys do a great job of giving us the pictures and also the weather report. They are our resident meteorologists right now.
Hey, they giving us the weather. They're taking pictures. Last year, I had them down at the concession stand.
You had them
getting
with
hot
hot
dogs.
dogs. Yes, I mean they can take care of any issue that comes up. At the 30-yard line, first down and 10, 5:16 to go here in the third.
Navarro really needs to have a lengthy drive here and try to put one in.
Broussard pass complete.
Complete to
Broussard's pass
number
That's
4,
Perez again.
Joe Perez.
brings up second down for the Bulldogs.
Short, slow passing game for the Bulldogs right now will probably be what the doctor ordered. Is Broussard very skilled at the short game. We haven't seen him go deep with a whole lot of accuracy. This is his first extended action of 2025.
Well, you know, short, complete passes that get out of it what you can get out of it, and the clock keeps rolling. And
He'll give to Sergio Snyder. Snyder will pick up the first down.
yeah, Snyder just kept on fighting right there and just wouldn't give up. Manages to pick up first down by about a yard, which keeps the clock moving. You know, which kind of plays into both of these teams' favor. You know, neither one of them want a rain delay or a lightning delay.
Right.
Plain and simply, I mean, you know, you definitely don't want any lightning because just for the safety of everybody. But it keeps the clock moving.
I'd be interested to see if Shackleton's out any extended period of time, what Broussard does with a full week of work with every rep. As he is a very skilled young athlete. We'll see what he can do. And the give is to Snyder. Snyder up the middle. Now we'll bounce it out to the left. And he'll pick up near the 45-yard line. Gain of a couple. It'll be second down there.
It's going to bring up, look like second down and 7. A long 7 at that. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter.
18 clock minutes remaining on the scoreboard. 3.5 here and 15 in the fourth. 2 wide receivers to the left. That's the short side of the field on second down and 7. Play fake to Snyder. Now Broussard will tuck it. And he's going to run. He's got room. Bounces it outside with a stiff arm. Still on his feet at the 40. Near side 25, 20. Into the 15. There's the skill of Nehemiah Broussard.
Man.
First down and 10 Bulldogs.
Right, that kind of looked a little Lamar Jackson-ish, you know. Look, just watch him right here. He just throws that stiff arm, get off of me, and continues to drive to put his team in a good position to try to get into the end zone.
The 6-foot sophomore from New Caney puts the Bulldogs down to try to get that touchdown back, and he stayed in bounds.
And the clock keeps rolling. It's rolling, rolling, rolling.
2 setbacks with Broussard. With a receiver far left, and it is Brundage. Brundage cuts it upfield, spins out of 1 tackle, and he'll get 2 out of that.
Yeah, you know, you see these short fields, Brundage comes into the ball game because he's more of the battering ram of the 2 running backs that Navarro has, but he's got a really low center of gravity, very powerful legs. You know, they're just trying to sustain a drive and stick one in the end zone.
Second down and 8. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Not sure whether or not this is a race to see who wins the ball game or a race to see who beats the lightning strike.
I think I know which one it is.
Either way, they're trying to get it done. Second down and 8. Broussard. Pass, corner, end zone, and out of the reach of the receiver. On the receiving end of that, number 82, and that is Mason White, the 6'1 freshman from Denton. Third down.
Yeah, Scott, that was a long developing pass play, and And he just literally run out of real estate. You know, if Mason White has another yard, he probably makes that catch.
Third down and 8. Hand off to Snyder, who leapfrogs one of his teammates and gets down to the 6. It'll be 4th down and 1, and decision time now for Coach Taylor. And they're bringing in the jumbo package.
Yeah, like you said, they're bringing in the jumbo package.
4th down and 1.
I might be wrong, and I have been wrong a time or two in my life. I can't pronounce that young man's name, but I bet this is going right behind number 74.
Power I formation, and it is Sergio Snyder. Snyder inside the 5. First down, pushing, touchdown Bulldogs. Snyder says will not be denied. 40 seconds to go. Bulldogs extend the lead to 40-20.
Yeah, Snyder there's just no quit in the young man, you know. He had several opportunities to just fall right there, and you know, and he's wrapped up by number 98, McKindy Jean, the sophomore defensive lineman who outweighs him probably double, and he just would not quit driving.
And that is a right-footed kicker, so that is a new kicker. That is number 19, Braden Nelson, the freshman from Allen. I bet if he's from Allen, he's kicked an extra point or two.
Maybe a time or two. Looks like he might knows what he's doing.
41-20. We'll keep it right here with 40 seconds to go in the quarter.
If he's been kicking at Allen, his legs probably worn out by now.
Well, no kidding.
He's kicked a few field goals in his time.
Well, his Allen Eagles with a big win over Prosper on Thursday. They moved that game up to noon Thursday. So they were kicking during 5th period, if you will. Second lunch, it was time to play football. Trying to beat the Storms that came in Thursday night and into Friday. So the Allen Eagles with that 31-30 win. But
you know, to me, I think the only time a football game would feel right that time of day to me is if I'm doing this or it's playoff time. Just a district ball game would seem just out of place to me. So.
And if you're skilled and watch playoff games like I have over the years, don't be surprised if you see Texas high school football playoff games played in New Mexico and Oklahoma. Taken at the 18-yard line, trying to find a seam. You just cannot get this kid on the ground. As he will get up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's once again, that's Caleb Scott Kelly, the freshman wide receiver back there returning punts and kicks. But I've yet to see one guy bring this guy down on a kickoff.
I haven't either. So 31 seconds to go in the quarter. And this will be a pretty quick turnaround as the skies are darkening now, okay? It is obvious now that the skies are getting darker.
It ain't sneaking up on us now. It's right on top of us.
It must be right above us. As we are monitoring storms as we speak. Play fake to Abram. And this one is Stewart. Stewart rolling right. It's out of bounds. He'll gain a yard.
Stewart scrambles for a gain of 1.
Yeah, Stewart's been back there running around for a while today. You know, unfortunately for him, and in the Wranglers' offense, he hadn't been able to just really get loose while he's back there.
So we are just a few, oh my. So yeah, we're getting close. 10 minutes away, they say. And the pass is complete.
Yeah, that's number 13. That's Anthony Johnson, the sophomore tight end, on that reception. Looks like he managed to pick up a couple of yards, but the clock goes off on us, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
41-20 the score. The Bulldogs lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter as much of it as we can get as the storms are impending and upon us. And we'll step away. Fourth quarter action coming up next on Navarro Sports. Back here for the fourth quarter, as that was the quickest quarter change I've ever had. There's a lot of quickest I've ever had in this ball game for some reason.
Yeah, that one right there was pretty quick.
Yeah, they're winding this dude in a hurry, trying to get it all in. Pass complete for the first down.
Yeah, that's J.J. Johnson.
J.J. Johnson, who's been busy in the second half.
First down.
To the 44-yard line.
I mean, here it is. You're trying to get a ball game in, but you're also, when you're down by 21, you want that clock to go as slow as you can. And, you know, you got to ask yourself, is he wanting to delay, the lightning delay to kind of regroup or whatever? But
this one complete to Abram. He's going to try to get out of bounds, and the official says wind the clock. He'll get to the 37-yard line, gain of 7 on the play. Abram, a good receiver out of the backfield.
Abrams, if you look at him, he doesn't look like he's very shifty. He doesn't do anything special. He's just a strong, powerful running back.
Second down 3. 14 minutes on the clock running. Pass up the seam. It is complete. Making a move at the 10. At the 5, down at the 3-yard line is Isaiah King. King with a big grab, and don't count the Wranglers out of this one yet.
There's still a lot of time left in this ball game. Like you said, King just literally just released and ran right up the seam.
So down to the 3, first down and goal.
And, of course, that was a great job by Stewart just to find him.
Stewart looking, fade to the end zone, knocked away. Nice job defensively by the Bulldog defense.
Yeah, defending on that, but that's going to be number 5 for the Bulldogs. That's going to be J.P. Patterson. That right there, that pass right there was anybody's ball. It was either the defenders or the receivers. They were both in great position to catch it.
Second down and goal. 13-13 remaining. Could be a good omen if you're a 13ologist. Not so good if you're not, right?
Right.
Let's just give us to Abram.
Fumbled.
Ball comes out, and that was Stewart on the keeper. And Navarro's saying they got it, but I think his back was on the ground. When
that ball did not pop out until his back hit the ground. I think the ground caused that one.
And the clock didn't start. It's still at 13-13.
Please start the game clock.
And the message from down below, please start the game clock. And hit it. Abram, flag at the line of scrimmage, and Abram down at the 10.
Flag on the play.
As you mentioned him earlier, Michael, that is Alfred Wilkerson, the freshman 6'4" defensive lineman from Cooper, the Cooper Bulldog.
He's a very well put together specimen.
Yes, he is, and this an offsides against the Bulldogs. So that's actually a 0-yard penalty, half the distance. So it'll be third down and goal from the half-yard line. Everybody in tight, a tush-push type look, and Stewart gets in for the score. Touchdown, Cisco.
Stewart on the keeper. Touchdown, Wranglers.
And here we go.
Again, we don't have time for that, fellas. We got rain coming. Let's get busy here. 12:44 to go. As they're having to physically restrain one of the Cisco players over there.
Put him on the bench, coach. Not the bench, the bench.
Yeah, that was interesting over there. We've seen our share of this over our years of watching different athletic events.
I've seen it in basketball, football. But the best one that I think that I saw was when my son's last college baseball game. They had this big knockdown, drag-out fight on the baseball field. And when it's over with, there's probably 20 kids involved in this what you want to look more like a rugby scrum, and no ejections.
Well, and if you paid attention to the news, a lot of schools in the news for different things, and certainly our salute to Coach Taylor and his staff and all those guys for doing it right. And our high school area coaches that do the right thing, and I appreciate that. And so we've seen different things from University Interscholastic League through the state of Texas, and different rulings on different things of eligibility or just other improprieties. It's just good to see folks that do the right thing.
Yeah,
I appreciate that so much.
You see coaches that do the right thing, because you see just a few of them do the wrong thing. And
well, and it makes them all look bad sometimes.
Exactly. It makes them all look bad, and you ask yourself, how many people are actually doing this, which is the wrong thing. And you and I both know, we're both grown men, how easy it is to do the wrong thing.
Absolutely. Now, I was trying to see what they're doing. They went to talk to Coach Taylor. I'm thinking about what they're going to do with the kick, and I think unsportsmanlike against Cisco. And it will be assessed on the kickoff. I don't know that I would. If they're going to go for two, no, it looks like they're going to go for one. So if they're going to go for two, I'd assess it here. But they're going to try to kick the extra. That sure wasted a lot of time. That could have been in game play. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 12:44, we'll step away again. We're going to catch another weather report while we're out. As rain is on coming our direction, and we will keep you posted on how things are going, but we will step away. You're watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports.
Eifert back to kick for the Wranglers. McDonald back deep for the Bulldogs.
Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium as the Wranglers backed up to the 20 to kick it off. And with a pretty stiff breeze behind him, it comes down to Simpson at his own 10. He's got a lot of room for you. It's anybody in a white jersey. Flag comes down. That'll stop that return. And the Bulldogs are going to be backed up into their own end pretty deep here with 12.5 to go. And I just have a sneaky feeling, regardless of what the weather is, this game is not over yet.
Oh, by no means. 12 minutes and 35 seconds on a clock in a college game, that's an eternity.
So they'll back the Bulldogs up to the 15-yard line. So Navarro will have it first down and 10 at the 15. 12.5 to go. At last check, Tyler was leading Kilgore. Sets up a big showdown next week at 1 o'clock in Tyler Rose Stadium between the Bulldogs and the Apaches. And it is Broussard. Dumps one. Actually, he fires it over there. rockets one to Perez, and he better count his fingers and make sure they're all still there.
Well, if he didn't catch it, it was going to stick in him. Because, I mean, he fired it over there.
My goodness. To the 23-yard line, gain of 8. That's one of those where you catch it in self-defense, right?
Well, I mean, like I said, you catch it or it's going to stick in you. You might want to check that ball and see if it's French's or honey mustard, because that sucker had mustard on it.
Had mustard on it for sure. Second down 2 at the 23-yard line. Clock running at 12 minutes remaining in the contest. 41-27, Navarro leads. And the fake to Perez and Broussard on the keeper. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and it is a foot race. Can he outrun the Wrangler defense? He picks up the 35-yard line deep in Cisco territory, and Broussard split 2 defenders at the line of scrimmage.
And broke away from one.
All the way to the Wrangler 36-yard line.
You know, you're watching this play, Scott. You know, you're watching Broussard break away. But kudos to number 52 on the defense. That's going to be Emmanuel Hawkins, the sophomore defensive lineman, who did not give up on that play and continued to run and show effort to try to make a play.
But are they going to rib Broussard in the locker room that the lineman ran him down? You know, I mean, we'll see. We'll check on that for you. Brundage takes the snap, and he takes the handoff. He'll get inside the 35-yard line to the 33. Because, you know, locker rooms are just always the most wholesome place to be, aren't they? You don't catch any kind of ribbing at all.
I can promise you this. You can definitely get your confidence shot down inside your own locker room.
Inside the film room, for sure. You know, there's no forgiveness in the film room the few times I was there. Second down 7 for the Bulldogs as Broussard has come in and played well today in relief of Ryan Shackleton. Second down 7. And the give is to Sergio Snyder, who slips and falls. Loss on the play.
Apparently it rained on this end of the field, too.
Must have.
You know, we've got the Navarro coaching staff just a booth away from us. And, you know, they sound rather excited over there on that play. Because, if he doesn't slip down, he probably scores on that one.
Probably. 9:40 and counting, clock running. Clouds are visible from our vantage point now. And the storms are about 10 miles away. It's not the heavy stuff yet. It's just some preliminary rain. So we'll keep you posted on what's going on as Broussard draws the whistle on the illegal procedure against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's going to back Bulldogs up 5 yards. I mean, as Bulldogs offense out on the field, you definitely want to sustain this drive, which, you know, brings up third down. And, you know, you and I both know that this right here is definitely a passing down.
Oh, no doubt. 9:10, clock running. 41-27, Navarro leads it. And Broussard will fake it and has his helmet ripped off. Flags coming down.
Bulldogs are going to get a first down out of this.
They sure will. The high tackle brings, you're making contact with the headgear, so it will be a first down Navarro.
It looks exactly like the same kind of tackle that, you know, that happened to Dak Prescott last week, and it's the same thing that just happened here.
And that will go back to the previous spot. So they'll mark it from the 38. So that'll go down to the 23-yard line.
And it moves the chains.
And it is a first down. First down and 10. And they will wind the clock. 23-yard line, first down and 10. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snyder and Broussard in the backfield, and the give is to Broussard. He'll try to bounce it out, and he's gobbled up. What a great play that time by the Cisco defensive front. In on the stop, number 97. Trying to get who that was.
That's Ethan Martell, sophomore defensive lineman.
And he's from Firminy, France. You don't see very many defensive linemen from France, do you?
He's actually the first one.
Would be my first one. So second down and 11. Bulldogs not in any hurry to snap this. Under 8 minutes to go. You can see it at the bottom of your screen. Second down and 11. And it is Sergio Snyder. Sergio Snyder at the 10. Spins at the 10. At the 5. Driving his way out of bounds at the 2. First and goal, Bulldogs.
Man, that right there is just a heck of a play by Snyder. Unfortunately, clock is still running, even though he did go out of bounds.
I think we're into a running clock situation. That may be what they have determined here. Because of the inclement weather on the way.
And we got the Bulldog down.
And it will stop at 7:15. So first and goal for the Bulldogs at the Wrangler 2-yard line. And with the timeout on the field, let's step away as well. It's 41-27. Navarro leads it. 7:15 to go. And we will see how this one transpires, as we don't know what the future holds within one. Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports.
Resuming play. First down and goal from the 2-yard line for the Bulldogs.
You can't really use that same thing again. Because when he came back this week, he was scared to punch that his left side with that left arm.
Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium is the give up the middle. Bulldogs trying to push their way forward. The weather report still says that there is rain less than 10 miles away. And that was Broussard on the keeper.
For no gain.
For nothing. Second down and goal to go. Not exclusively a running clock, we are told. But it's clicking on down, that's for sure.
You know, you're running out of time here, and scores 41-27, you know, and the Wranglers have got to feel this one slipping away.
And Broussard trying to find a way out. Now he'll pass into the back of the end zone. It is flagged down, and the catch is. He did catch it.
He caught it, but let's check this flag.
Yeah, the referees aren't celebrating the catch. So their arms didn't go in the air, but it was a grab in the end zone, and the catch is made. And gentlemen, we really don't have this kind of time for a discussion. I'm just saying.
I like tell Michael Simpson, hey, you move back.
He was just going to offer his help. He knew the answer. Let's check it here. Wave off the flag. It's a touchdown, Bulldog. There you go. Now trigger the replay in the booth next door. Touchdown, Navarro.
Man, this is just a great concentration catch by the receiver. Watch this. It gets tipped, behind him, and he manages to corral it with one hand to bring that in. And not only that, that receiver, that's Sergio Snyder that came out of the backfield to catch that.
That took a while for that to develop, and when it developed, it turned out to be a really good thing for the Bulldogs. And Snyder catches it and makes the great grab in the back of the end zone, touchdown Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs are back up by 21.
Bulldogs 48.
We'll keep it right here.
Wranglers 27.
Be sure and join us on November the 8th with the permission from the guys next door. If they'll let us back, if they unlock the box. They may not. We may have to just stand out in the hallway. But if they let us back in on November the 8th, we'll be back for the Navarro versus Nimi game.
Oh, yeah.
The final home game and the final home game of the regular season. And if the Bulldogs play outright, we may be back for a playoff game. So we'll
next weekend, you and myself both will be definitely be unavailable, as we'll both be attending your nephew's
nephew's wedding. Yes, certainly will. So we'll be in the greater San Antonio area, but I will be watching the live stream. I will be checking Navarro Tyler out. You know, I mean, there is a vested interest here.
This is a guy, you guys out there in TV land, that I watched this guy watch a Texas OU game, Ohio game at a blues festival.
I have, yeah. At the 6-yard line. Oh, hit hard. Oh, my goodness, what a big hit right there. In on the stop is Aaron Bell, the 6'2 sophomore from Gilmer. This is a little far west for him to be making hits like that, the former Gilmer Buckeye. But, man, did he lay a shot there.
If that don't clean out your sinuses, nothing will.
And that's going to draw a penalty against the Bulldogs. Oh, what a big hit.
I don't know if we're going to get a replay of that, but, man, that right there was fundamental right there.
So we'll move the ball out to the 43-yard line. First down and 10 for Cisco. At the 5:57 mark left in the game, they trail by 3 touchdowns. This is Vessel. He's got a wide open receiver at the 20, 15-10, knocked out of bounds. And that is Anthony Johnson from Greenville. Become a favorite target in the last little bit.
Yeah, Anthony Johnson just kind of slips out there, just nonchalant, just jogging along there.
So from 1st and 10 at the 43 to 1st and goal at the 8. And the give to Abram. Abram's got a seam. He's at the 5. He is at the goal line. He's knocked down at the 1.
You know, there for just a second, I thought Abram was gonna be able to punch that in there, but he just, the way that he fell with his balance, he manages to fall backwards.
2nd and goal at the 1. 5 minutes on the dot left. Full house backfield behind Vessel. And the give. And just a river of Bulldog jerseys overwhelmed the running back.
That right there is what you call getting smothered right there. You know, that was Kyler Kirkland on that carry, and he lost 2 yards on that.
So now it'll be Vessel back to pass. Now he's going to have to scramble. Looking right, looking downfield, and he's going to throw it away just as far as he can chunk it. And again, extracurriculars.
Guys, let's just keep it classy and let's get out of here. It's not that you're losing daylight, but you're about to gain some lightning. So let's just get this ball game over with, shake hands, and let's go home.
And there'll be a holding penalty against Cisco.
I mean, that's going to be third down. And here, 2 plays ago, you were at the 1.
Third down and goal for Wranglers.
So let's see. Back to the 13-yard line. And Vessel. Cross the middle and hit at the 2 and dropped right shy of the goal line.
Vessel's pass complete to number 14, Jamal Hall.
Yeah, that was Jamal Hall on that catch, to get him back up to about the 2-yard line. That brings up 4th down.
4th and goal. And I'm not sure why the Bulldogs didn't decline that penalty to start with, but I guess just to move them away from the goal line anyway. 4th down and 1. And on 4th and goal, and it is Abram. Abram is stopped.
Going to be denied.
And denied. Bulldogs take over. Don't get a penalty. They just got one. Just got a second one. These post-possession fouls. Check this out. 3:25 to go. If this is post-possession, the Bulldogs will have it with all 11 of them with feet in the blue end zone. If not, then it'll be a 1st and goal for Cisco. And again, burning time here before the Mother Nature blows her whistle. She is unbeaten, by the way.
Undefeated.
Number 29 on defense. Also number 9. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Now there's not 15 yards to spare there. So they'll start this inside the 1.
That's dangerous territory right there.
First down.
So no gain for Abram on the carry. And then after the play, Navarro was assessed for personal foul. So it'll be half the distance back to the 1. And they're going to start inside the 1. Couple of first downs and you got this one over. Navarro has used 1 timeout, and they're not going to use the other 2. Cisco has all 3, depending on whether or not they want to try to make up 3 scores. And the give is to Brundage. Brundage is going to be tackled in the backfield, safety.
And that right there is exactly what happened because you can't keep a level head. It cost your team 2 points.
So the safety now makes it 48-29. And we'll set up for the kick. 3:16 to go. Our new score, Navarro 48 and Cisco 29. We'll be back, set it up for the free kick. You are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports.
Darius Green on the kick for the Bulldogs.
Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium as rain on the way. The free kick. Oh, and another big hit on special teams. And more jawing between the teams.
I mean, this has been the longest 5 minutes of a football game that I've ever seen.
So Cisco will take it 1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line. 3:08 to go. And our sunny skies from the first half have disappeared to purple to darn near black skies behind us.
In the timeout, Scott was singing "My Sunshine, You Are My Sunshine."
That's right. Vessel, back to pass. Looking downfield, looking and sidearms it. Incomplete.
And we got another flag back there. I think he's going to get a holding or a personal foul. I had a helmet off back there.
Now somewhere on this area, holding against Cisco, there is a lightning meter, and if the lightning's within 10 minutes, 10 miles away, it will sound the most worst sound. You remember how a fax machine used to sound? A lightning meter is worse than that. Just so you know, and just give you guys an idea. Just go back.
Listen.
YouTube. And that is the siren for the Lightning, I think. Okay, so anyway, back to the 26, 1st and 20. Going deep, and it will be intercepted. Picked off at the 40-yard line. Here comes Moss. Slides down. And the Bulldogs take over at the 2:23 mark. And all they need to do is one first down will do it. $18-yard return down inside the 45.
As you can hear the refs, blowing their whistles. Guys, hurry up. Let's get this last 2:23 out.
I bet you this will be the quickest 2-minute timeout in football history. What do you think?
I'm willing to bet you it's only going to last about a minute.
Or less. And the wide open run is Sergio Snyder. Snyder inside the 25.
Well, there's your first down.
There's my first down. He takes it to the 20-yard line, 24-yard line. And at the 2-minute warning, and they're going to. Here we go. That is the 2-minute timeout. It's done. Here we go. We're rolling on.
The 2-minute timeout lasted 3 seconds.
It's at least, yeah, that much. Broussard is going to stay under center. 8 to snap. And we'll hand off to Snyder. Snyder down to the 20-yard line. 1:30 to go. And we'll just start wrapping it up now so we can get these fine young people out of here at a decent time too, as we will go a very, very short post game. Just a great win today here for Navarro, 48-29 with the last 1:14 winding off the clock. Be sure and join us on November the 8th. Nemi comes to town, and we will be here for the final regular season home game for the Navarro Bulldogs, we will also monitor their standing in the conference and see how things go. In the final minute, Michael, you have a special tribute you'd like to make, sir.
Yes, I do. This has been a great day, an exciting day for football, but today is also the 4th birthday of one of my favorite little buddies, Stephen James the Great. Man, congratulations. Hey, number 4. And if your mom and your Mimi doesn't let you have or do whatever you want to on today, you let me know and I will handle it. So once again, congratulations to Stephen on his 4th birthday. I love you, buddy.
Special birthdays. And the last 10 seconds runs off, and we will go ahead and wrap this one up too. So, our guys, if that's all right with y'all, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And this has been a big, big win for the Bulldogs. 48-29, your final score. Michael, again, they got the game in with the weather. They knew this was going to be something that was going to be.
Oh, most definitely.
Bulldogs stayed focused for the most part. It kind of got a little sloppy in the second half, but the Bulldogs come away with the main objective, a W, to set up a big showdown in Tyler next week.
You know, like you said, the main objective was a W. And, you know, like you said, we did get the ball game in. But, you know, hey, if we have regular timeouts and, you know, a 30-minute halftime, you know, we're probably not going to get this ball game in for a couple of hours, you know. But thank God that we got it in, you know. Bulldogs get the win. Congratulations on the win.
That's right. And due to weather conditions, we're going to wrap it up, too, so everybody can get on and get back to where they're safe. Again, happy homecoming for everybody for Navarro College. Happy homecoming for the high schools in the area. Make sure you get out to the high school game of your choice. But that will wrap it up here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium. Join us November 8th when we will be here when NIMI comes to calling here in Corsicana. That is scheduled for a 1 o'clock kickoff here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium. For a beautiful job for our guys down on the field and in the studio to our left. Absolutely great for Jonathan and Cody and the rest of the staff and Navarro. But some of them I still don't remember the names. We just met them a couple of weeks ago. I apologize for that. I'm sometimes bad with names, but everybody, terrific job here in the studio. You guys should be proud of every bit of work that you do. And that will wrap it up. Our final score again, Navarro College 48 and Cisco College 29. For Michael Busby, I'm Scott Bass signing off for Navarro Sports. See you in 2 weeks.